Beep, beep. Beep, beep. There it is. You fixed it. What'd you do?
I sent it to the right place.
Huh. Hey, everybody. I'm Yvonne with Back to Earth Creations. Thank you so much to my Randy for coming and fixing my audio. Here we are. Welcome to today's live stream. We are going to be prototyping a wire tree. Like just making, like I've got this one here that is like, I was testing out different leaves, kind of like leaves. And I think I'm going to test out a few more things using the same wire because I'm not super in love with any of these, but this might be a fun little fairy trinket or something to incorporate into something, you know? So I'm going to set that off to the side, but I'm just doing a little bit of experimenting today to see about how I might be tackling this great big tree. So loud and clear. Hey, Latney. Hey, Ernest. Thank you guys for letting me know. Hey, Little Sprite. Thank you for letting me know about our audio. So I'm using some size, I think these are size 11 and they're round seed beads. And here, this is a 26 gauge wire. And so what I'm thinking I'd like to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 beads per like leaf. Where'd they go? There they are. And I'm going to bring this down. And then I'm going to twist. Because whenever I make wire trees, I like to prep a bunch of like leaf sprigs and then get them all joined together. Like, so we're in the prep stage of the project. Oh, that's so much easier to just hold it with the pliers. And I want that to come down about, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. That might be a little too far though. Yeah, that's too far. So I just want it to come down 3. Ooh, Little Sprite says, I like that idea. I've often wondered how to make a tree. Let me grab a few things just to show you guys what it is that I have in mind. We spent most of the day today recording Monday's shop update video. So it's a little precarious in here. Let me grab. Okay, so the idea that I want to attempt, and apparently we have a jigsaw, so it was completely unnecessary for me to go to this extent with the drill bit. But I want to cut a hole out of this so that I can access the battery side of this fiber optic thing. So this is going to be the base that the tree sculpture attaches to. And then I want the roots to come up. They're going to be attached to the wood. And I'm going to have it be like kind of sculptural. And I might include a little polymer clay door that gets added like after it's been baked and everything. But I want to see if I can encapsulate these fiber optics into a wire tree that then whenever we have it turned on, if the lights will still come out the ends of the tree or the branch, like I don't know, but I want to try it. And so just to knock some of the rust off, and it's been a long time since I've made a wire tree. I'm going to make a test branch and see how that's looking. Oh no, I broke my wire. Okay. Well, crap. That's okay. Because that's still twisted on there pretty well. Woo! Oh, I'm glad you think so, Little Sprite. She says, ooh, that'll be so cool. I'm excited about it. And we never know till we try. So we've got to try. Aw, hey Sue. She says, love seeing you, a bright spot in my day. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today. What have you been up to? What have all y'all been up to today? Okay. So now I know to not twist it quite so hard. Oops. And so then I'm just going to thread on 1. And then whoop, 2. And then 3. I may skip the bead step initially at first. Though I don't know. We'll see. Because I want there to be more than just one bead at the tip of every tree. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want, like, lots of beads. A very beady tree. Hey, Amanda. I don't know if I had said hey yet. Work and playing with our new baby dog we got on Monday. Oh, little Sprite, tell me everything. Ooh, there's nothing like new puppy energy. So this would be, and this is the problem, is this would be one, like, branch, I guess. So see how it's just a little, like, leaf cluster? But then, ooh, that's gonna be nice though. Okay, so then we could take something like that. And we could incorporate it in. Oh, except for it broke all the way. Okay, well, never mind on that one. Ooh, Little Sprite says we got her from our local animal shelter. She was a stray with a traumatic background. Oh no, but she is so sweet, a pit terrier mix. Oh, well, I hope y'all like are just perfect for each other. That's so exciting. I'm sad that she has like a traumatic background, but oof. So there's those little twists. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, so I edited down the 12 hours of footage from the fairy house sculpt. And I have to say, it's not that I'm a very good editor at all, because I'm not. But I think this is the best edit I've ever done in my life. I gave it my all. And it took 2 days, and I was just, my wiring was fried by the end of it. But we got through it. I have a little bit more footage to get of it glowing in the dark, like at night, with the little light installed. But other than that, oh, which you can see that really, I need to be careful to not let the battery die, but that really lights up. And it glows in the dark. So I'm excited about that. But having our first fairy house done though, it's like kind of want to make more sculptures. So here we are making more sculptures. But this is like a prototype. Oh, Little Sprite says she's my little shadow right now, but I love her. She's scared to death of outside, and we can't pick up anything long around her. She falls to the ground and scoots away. Oh my God. Oh. Well, puppies are always worth the work you put into them to help them be the happiest, healthiest doggies they can grow up to be. Ooh, Robin says, hi, Yvonne. Try taking 5 seed beads, take them down to the middle, forward, fold it over, and then twist that. It'll give you a little bit more of a cluster, and then keep adding those clusters together. Okay, I think I'll do some with the 5 next. Because that may be, because I'm thinking, where does a tree have its biggest leaves on its branch? I need to go look at nature and see what it does. Copy its work. And then I'm gonna go like boop, boop, and I'm going to bring those forward just a bit. And we're going to go like boop, 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 boop. This makes sense. Sorry, I was supposed to say, oh, I got you. Between like voice to text and autocorrect and stuff, I do a whole lot of just figuring it out. Because in my mind, the branches are going to have their smaller leaves and newest growth towards the tip. And then they'll have a larger leaf and branch structure as it goes farther back. So there's two little, this is going to take so much work and it's going to be amazing. Because let's see, I'm hoping, are these translucent enough? No, they don't really let color through. That'd be cool though. That'd be cool. Do 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 do. Okay. So now, yeah, I want to make sure that those are twisted together nice and well. And now let's see. You said to do one with 5. Okay. And I'm going to cut this in half because that's a whole lot of wire. And again, I'm using a 26 gauge wire here for this. Oh, she's slowly getting acclimated. That's good to hear. 3. Whoops, whoops. 4 and 5. Okay. The 5 definitely gives me a better cluster. I like that. Thank you. 5 is the way to go. Though I don't know, I kind of want to see how it looks with some done in 5, some done in 3, especially close to the tip of the branch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I'm trying to give it just a little bit of space so we have some room to twist, because like you saw in that first one, if you twist it too hard, this wire will just cut right through itself. Woof. All right, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Three, 4. I kind of feel like, how intensely do we stack that? Like, I think I'm going to do bring clusters of 2 together. Excuse me. I'm going to drink some water if I'm coughing already. Okay, so I'm going to do another one with the other little bit of wire. We're going to do 5, like how you recommended. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think I'll be using a slightly larger size seed bead on the other tree style though. just what I'm thinking. Hey Mary Hart, how are you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. I am prototyping a wire tree sculpture because I want to make a great big fiber optic wire tree sculpture. And I don't know if I can do it, so I'm going to try. And I just wanted to prototype out a branch. I had done a branch, where'd it go? In like with different size. It's not exactly, I don't like hate it, but it's not what I'm looking for. And so I'm trying this, and so far it is much closer to what I was looking for. Hola, Ale Vegan. I'm sorry, that's the extent of my Spanish today. But gracias for your kindness. Thank you. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Hey, World is Strange. How are you doing today? But Mary Hart, we're doing really well. She says, I'm doing well. Ooh, that could be interesting if it works, right? That's what I'm talking about. Because with the fiber optic, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to break through my wire again. Okay, so we're going to thread on 5. Staying busy. That's good to hear. It's a beautiful Friday out today. 2, 3, 4. We actually have our camping tent set up in the backyard, and we figured out how to fit the hammock in it. And so we can enjoy the nice weather, but like the mosquitoes are quite bad outside today or lately. So I'm really excited that we have the hammock set up in the tent, because after today's stream, I may take this project out there and just lay in the hammock and make little tree beads. There was a turtle, a 3-toed box turtle in the garden this morning, which made my day. It's gorgeous here, perfect for printing. Good. With the door open and everything. We do still have the AC running, but just because, again, it's if we have the windows open, the bugs are coming in through the screen and everything. Okay, so 1. I like turtles. Me too. Okay, so here's one with the 3 beads, and here's one with the 5 beads. And I'm going to try to bring them in like this, maybe? Let's bring this one a little longer. Do, 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 do. Mary Hart says we had a baby bunny outside our back door that was about the size of a potato. Oh, that's adorable. Okay, I'm going to see if we can bring these 2 together. Okay. I mean, I can work with this. This gives us enough foliage that it's not going to look like a sad, skinny, like Christmas tree in that it's like Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I don't want a Charlie Brown Christmas tree for this house. I'm thinking like Lothlorien Lush is bunnies are the best. Because then what we would do is we could come in with our round nose pliers that I'm missing. I think they're over yonder. I'll use these other ones instead. But we can make it gnarly little branches. Oh, that's my favorite. That makes it so much cooler, you guys. Banana bread at work. Oh, yes. Woo. Oh, I love it. But yeah, just having the little boop, boop, and those squiggles and wiggles to the wire. It makes it start looking like it's something is what it does. Like, check that out. Okay, I'm going to make one more with the 5. Now, we have an option here that we could start making this be like a willow. This is the perfect thing to use up some, like, if you've got some inexpensive head pins that maybe are not, I don't know, that you don't mind using a ton of them, like a ton of them. But we could take this and we could do like 1, 2, let's just do 5. We could do different lengths. Now I'd probably want to use a silver head pin. And in fact, let me try that just in case. But I think you might be getting what I'm laying down, but it's like you can put the beads onto the head pin and then hang it through the loop. of like, where'd it? You know, I could have sworn maybe I got it. Ooh, no, that's not it. Harumps and grumbles. Haha. No. Sorry, I thought if I made like I had found it, then I would have. I thought I had like a little organizer. Woo! I got a bunch of these ball head pins. And it's not that they're low quality or anything. Like, I use them in my work. I just accidentally ordered like 500 to 1,000 of them. How many's in here? Because I have 500 pieces. I have whatever 5 times 5. I have 2,500 of these. It was a good deal. But I don't need this many, so I'm gonna try making some or doing something with them. We gotta make sure that it fits. Oh, that's very gratifying. Whenever the 2, 3, 4, 5. I would have been frustrated if the beads didn't fit on. So, and I'm going to try to be consistent about how much space I'm giving myself whenever I snip. And I'm not doing my usual loop style. I'm making this one on purpose, more like a P. Because I want it to be kind of offset off to the side. Now, also, you could use different sizes of beads for this, and you could use different shapes of beads. And then I just want this loop to be able to fit through. Eep! Come on. Let's see. You got to open up way big. That way it can come through the center. Okay. So you could have it be like little hanging wisteria flowers, or I don't know. You might just want to do just one bead or something. But I bet if we did that on all of them, it would have a really interesting effect. I'm not going to do that right away. I want to get the branch structure finished first. And I don't know if I want to incorporate that dangling bit with the fiber optic tree. But it's just an idea. Yeah, that's a lot of, it's a lot of, I thought they were bags of like 100. So I got 5. So I was like, 500, that's reasonable. I only needed 1 bag. Oh well, now we know. But yeah, so I'm sure that you can kind of picture, and you might be able to just use a jump ring. You could attach just a tiny bit of chain if you wanted it to look like silvery chain just dangling on down. Lots and lots and lots of different options. Sorry, I don't mean to be loud in your ear, slapping the bag around. But the good news is, for the most part, jewelry materials don't go bad. So I don't have to worry about, like they're plated alloy, but they haven't been like tarnishing on me or anything like that. So I'm pretty pleased. All right, so now I'm going to take another piece, because I had even tried crocheting with some of the beads to see if I liked how that was looking. And I like it. I just don't think I'm going to be utilizing it for this project with this tree. There we go. But man, that really made me want to take some like gradiated beads and like a bunch of like 2mm, then 3mm, then 4, then a few of like the 5, 6, or from 4 to 6 to 8 to 10, and then like kind of back down. I bet that'd be a really cute necklace. Do y'all want to crochet some wire with me real quick? I couldn't focus to save my life. Where's my crochet hook first off? Because if I can't find my crochet hook, then I don't need to be trying to do a crochet project. Poke, poke, poke. Looking for my needle. Looking for crochet hook. Do 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 do. Born to be crafty. Well, heck. Well, I can't find it. Okay, I'll stay on task. for now. Thank you for the follow. Mary Hart says, I just got a new crochet book on making crocheted monster plushies, and I'm trying to figure out just how many plastic glittery safety eyes I really need. They don't go bad. I'm just saying. All right. Let's get some of these wires out of the way. All right. And I'm going to do another cluster. That's the 5. Just all of this wire. Okay, it's fine. It drives me a little crazy sometimes, but that's okay. The cool idea, maybe do it also in a different color and just maybe 3 on the head pin sticking with the odd number. Right on. That's a good idea. But yeah, it certainly, it's not perfect. It could use some fine tuning, but I like the concept. Okay. So there's our 5. So I'm just going to bring this down. Threading the beads on definitely seems to be what takes me the longest, though I don't know. 3, 4, 5 twists. Yes, but how many monsters can I make and still do other stuff like make quilts and blankets and we got normal adulting things? Everything in their time. You can just start putting glittery safety eyes on literally everything. There we go. And then just bringing that around town. You weren't helping. Oh no. Oh no. Was I supposed to be like, no, don't do it. Don't get the glittery eyes. You've come to the wrong place if you don't want enabled. No, don't do that. Don't go buy fabric on clearance. No. I mean, a certain amount of adulting is necessary because I did have like a grade A meltdown today over like haven't been keeping things as tidy as what I'd grown used to. I was seeping back into my chaotic pile growing ways. And I have completely lost all patience for myself. Like I was scooching stuff and I'd have to like move 3 piles just to get to one. And then of course, the places that I moved some of the other piles to are now in the way of the other thing. And then I don't feel like moving it. So I try to like sneak behind it. So then I get tangled in a cord and knock the whole thing over. And it's nobody's fault but my own that I'm like this. And there's nothing that even Randy can do to help because he's just watching me. Like, those cat videos when a cat gets startled and they're just jumping off the walls. That's me, but less athletic and just in my craft room tripping over stuff and just having so a certain amount of keeping the craft room tidy is necessary, but that's not adulting. That's just good craft room etiquette. You got to keep a path. The book is Crochet Monsters by Megan Lapp. Ooh, monsters. That's cool. 2, 3. Well, that one went by pretty quickly. 4. Am I getting faster or am I just losing concept of time passage? Do, 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 do. Ba, da, 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 da. La, 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 da, 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 da. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm giving myself 5 twists to bind the beads. Who does that? Buy fabric on sale? Me? No. What? 2, 3, 4. I almost got away. 5. Ooh, Amazing Amy says, I'm working on a bead score from a marketplace find. I love digging through boxes and finding treasures. Oh, that's cool, Amy. Which we got sent. The lady who sent it didn't request that we open it on air, like during a live stream, but we haven't opened it yet. And if my hand gets crampy, I think we might do a mail opening because we were very generously gifted a whole bunch of what I think is craft supplies, which I understand. Like, seasons change. Sometimes it's time to make room in the house for something else. But it was super generous of her. Ah, hey, Dark Forest Pixie says, happy you're doing this project. I've been wanting to try a tree forever. Right on. Well, I'm going with what I consider to be the most difficult way initially, and that's by doing clusters like this, like little mini leaf clusters. But I think the magic happens in the details. 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. I don't want to twist it too tight. And then I just bring one in between the other. That way the 2 from one side and 2 from the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to come in here and I think I'm going to position it. Just trust the process. And go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just kind of positioning. Oh, I love that. And now you can see the difference between they're just straight and they've been sculpted a little. So that sculpting really, I think, just makes it come to life. 2, 3. Womp. 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 Oh, unfortunately, their coupons don't apply to their books. I discovered that at checkout. Oh, no. And there we are. Oh, I'm super duper digging that. So yeah, that's a pretty good branch cluster. I don't know how many of these I would branch together to get to like where I'm going to stop here on this one, and I'm going to start fleshing out a miniature, miniature, a little one. I'm going to make a little one. And we are going to be using 26 gauge. I'm going to tuck these beads away real quick, but I am much more pleased with this structure of leaf as opposed to this one. Same exact wire too, so it's amazing the difference beads can make. I think the smaller the tree, it benefits from the smaller the bead. I'm gonna set that off to the num 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 num. If you don't gather up your beads like this, come on, you gotta try it. It's a lot of fun. I love when the little lids go on. Okay, I'm gonna leave those off to the side together. Uh-oh, missed a bead. Num 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 num. Okay, so wire tree time, and I'm gonna kind of skip. Do I want to skip the beads? I don't want to skip the beads. Help me, oops, help me pick which beads we're gonna use, you guys. Okay, I've decided it's Tiger's Eye. It is just because I have the most of them. Sorry, I didn't mean to just immediately be like, oh, help me. Knock you out of the way and be like, nope, we're doing this. But here we are. Oh my god, do you want to see these teeny tiny feathers that I just found? These are from when my chickens were just babies and they were still losing their little pin feathers. Oh. Trying to straighten the little. But yeah, I just keep them in here because I was going to use them for making like little teeny tiny quills for like in fairy house miniatures. Hashtag hoarding. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. Woo. Actually, we have problems together probably. So, ooh, Tiger's Eye with copper. I'm using up, it would, I agree with you. It'd look great. And I am going to be doing the tree in copper. But today I'm using up this silver plated silver parawire. because their titanium doesn't do this. Their titanium tone, silver plated silver, but their silver plated, oh my God, I'm just saying words. Oh, let me try to make sense. Their titanium tone, it'll say silver plated titanium, doesn't turn gold. Their silver plated silver does. Like you might be able to see it with these two next to each other, how this one just has a little bit more of a golden tone. That will happen over time. But you can see here with their titanium, it's a much colder silver tone. And I think it holds up really well. But I still have quite a bit of this. And so my hope is that if I leave it out in the sun, this will become more of a golden coppery color. So I'm kind of excited about that. Whoop. Okay, so we've got a bunch of beads. And now my question to y'all is, do I put just a chip bead onto here, or do I also put on either side of that a little like vintage bronze toned or a little like silver lined topaz? What do you think? Oh, I think that silver lined topaz is going to be really pretty. Hey, Saki girl, how's it going? Little Sprite says, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Great idea, too. Learning so much today. What did we learn? Oh, well, never mind the input from us. Well, I'm still interested in what you thought, but I've decided what I'm going to do. Like, I don't mean to be that way, but I'm 100% the kind of kid who would just play by themselves because they're like, you're doing it wrong. like I wouldn't play dolls with the other kids because I'm like, why would you have them do that? Hey, dragons and dresses. Caught us live again. Crochet snails and mushroom sprites. Oh, goodness, that sounds adorable. Oh, about the wire. Gotcha. And so I'm just using like a dummy thick felt mat as my beading mat today. And it seems like it might be working out okay. All right, so for these ones, I'm giving myself 2 feet, like at least. Let me actually use a ruler. Did we say crochet? There's some crochet talk going on, yeah. I'm not crocheting today because I can't find my crochet hook. But I did a little bit of crocheted wire. And I really liked that. Okay, so yes, 2 feet. And this is 26 gauge wire. Hey, Randy, are your hands busy? Could you come cut my wire for me? Just for the sake of being on the live stream, it's going to help to get a whole bunch done. Could you prep me like 30 strands? There's that. And there's those at 2 foot long.
Okay.
Are we going to do this together?
Yeah.
That sounds perfect. And here's my spool holder and everything. Because you're going to go like that and cut.
Well,
Oh, there you go.
cut.
And then, wee, careful, it might have a stabby thing in the middle. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. If you come down to here, you can just cut right there.
Here, how about I give you this?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's perfect. Can you pull tight? Womp. There we go. Yeah, and then you can pull it. I can set these here. We're figuring out how to make this a 2-person job. I can't keep track.
How many you up
That's 5. Oh, Randy, thank you. This is so helpful. There's 6. It's harder than it looks, isn't it? I'm here. 7. I'm gonna get this.
How many of these do you need?
I need like 500. No, I'm just gonna do 30 to start with. Okay, so I'm 7. We're on 7, or this is 7. Okay. Ooh, bonk, snipped. Here, let me count. I spend more time counting than cutting. So that's 6. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one, that's 7.
So that's 7.
Yes, but this one, is 8, and this one's to a different project. No, that. How many did we cut? Okay, so this one is a different project. I'm sorry, babe. Give me a sec. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at 9. Okay. $10. And I'm going to leave those in a cluster. A crochet working on some Halloween applique for Halloween blanket. Okay. Where did you find such a helpful hubby? Is there a store? He's one of a kind. Then incorporating the tree with the fiber optic lamps thingy. Not to the tiger's eye one. This one, I'm just practicing the form to see how I want to break it down into. Do I want to break it down into 30 branches? Do I want to break it down into 50 branches? Can you pull me tight, babe? There you go. That's perfect. Ah, the claw. And so I'm testing it on a much smaller tree with some tiger's eye leaves at the tips, just to be very pretty. 4? This is 3. So this is 4 that we're about to cut. 4. Ha, ha, ha. 5.
Oh, we're halfway there.
Oh, this is 15, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm going to put it in the pile. 15. Pull me tight. Okay. Okay. 16. Yeah. Thanks for the info, Mary. Ooh. I need more. Okay, there we go. 17. 18. 19. 20. I don't know if I want to do that again, though. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea. Well, I'm just going to set them like that. 1. Pull tight. Thank you. Tohu. 3. 3. How do you roll the R in 4? I feel like a Romulan. Or not a Romulan, a Ferengi. 5.
Question is, how do you roll the R in 5?
It's not an R in 5.
I don't know how you roll it.
Okay, and then these will be our last 5, and then you can go back to doing what you're doing. I appreciate you. 1. Pull tape. 2. 3. 4.
9.
No. No. This is 5. That's 30, right?
30.
Oh, okay. You started making all my numbers melt. Okay. Halfway
I
there.
don't know if I should go.
Thank you, baby. Oh, you're good. Hooray! When in doubt, have Randy come help. Okay, so now we have all these wires. And this is, I'm afraid, not going to be very much. But we will see how far this gets us. So this also has me wondering if it wouldn't be better to have, okay, I'm going to cut all of these in half. Because we're going to be building up the trunk with like some sculpted elements as well. And so I think, oh, I love these wire cutters. I think, yeah, that's going to give us a much more substantial trunk thickness. Okay, so now we get to take each of these. Hey, Michelle, how's it going? I'm making wire trees. Dragons and Dresses says, loved your modeling video, your tie-dye tunic dresses, even though it made me a bit dizzier watching you spin. Oh, goodness. I really loved I had a lot of fun with that video. Like getting to dress up in all the outfits and everything. Okay, I might immediately regret having trimmed the branches, but we'll see. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just going to get, I think, all of them to this point. So what y'all want to talk about? Well, we just thread some beads. Ooh, there's some random goldstone. Randy wants to talk about buttered sausage. I don't want to talk about buttered sausage. 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Oh, and you can just kind of roll it between your fingers. There we go. And I'm trying to think of where do I want to set my situation. Here we go. So we can go bead, chip bead, bead. But it's a pretty good Friday so far, Michelle. I was a fussy Gus all morning, but I've gotten it figured out. Oh, hey, big doggy. Woo. Yeah. So I made it 3 in before getting distracted. It's pretty good weather. We do have the air conditioner on, but it's very lovely in the breeze outside, like whenever you're in the shade, but the sun is just bearing down. Like, it's sunny. Though the trees here are basically all completely fleshed out, like spring has sprung and summer is coming. Just taking a break from cutting feathers for a new Crow Queen crown. Crow Queen crown. That is a mouthful. Oh, I mentioned it earlier, but want to say again, if you live in the plains or Midwest, the next 3 to 4 days are supposed to be pretty active with severe weather. Please be weather aware and stay safe. Oh, thank you for letting us know. Yeah, we're going to have to take the tent down from the backyard tonight. Woo! Hey, Amber. Amber says, hello. Hello. I wire wrapped a nest from your tutorial and made a matching chain for the necklace and gave it to my mom for Mother's Day. That's cool. She was super impressed. Nice. Very nice. Oh, hot and humid where you are? Yeah. Because mostly why we have the AC on is to peel the humidity out of the air if we can. That and the bugs. The mosquitoes are vengeful. Hey, Drew, how's it going? Well, I think that's just great, Amber. I really do think that handmade gifts are the best gifts that you can give for Mother's Day. You mentioning the hammock inside the tent in your backyard made me think of it right on. Yeah, because it's like our camping tent, so it's I really like it, and I don't want it to get beat up in the storms or anything. But I also don't want it just sitting out there in the direct sunlight without the rain fly on. It's pretty good for stargazing, though. Oh, I'm doing really well today, Drew. You don't want to learn to fly it either. Yeah, that's true. So I'm just twisting these around. I don't know if it's benefiting it to have the two little beads on. Oh, really? Yeah, we've got our little the little camping lights that look like a snow cone, kind of, that have the bug zapper. We've got those set up in the house with the bug zappers on. Because I don't like setting up bug zappers outside because that's their house. But whenever it's in my house, it's like you getting zapped. You sting me when I'm in your house. Oh, Amber says one of my sisters painted, the other did a 3D mini greenhouse, all handmade. She loved it all. Oh, I bet she felt like a proud mama that day. Do, 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 do. Now, I'm being very random about which bead I'm picking out of the tiger's eye tray, as well as like this one seems like it's a little too big, I'm going to be honest, but I'm going to do it anyways because this is the prototype tree. This is where we take risks and do questionable things and be like, is that my favorite way? Because the more daring we are now, the more we'll have learned for when we're doing the 12-inch tall sculpture. Here, I need to see if I can do this with my gloves on because my hands are kind of cramping up already. And also, I'm going to be tall today. Whee! I've lost my gloves. The ones that squeeze me. Oh my god. And then I put everything on this table. Oh, Randy. You're the greatest. Ah, you found both of them. Hey, Randy. That's what I was doing to Randy. Just doing a little wave. All right. I'm going to see how this compression works. Because this is repetitive enough that I should be able, this would be great practice for wearing these gloves. Because I can't wear these while I sculpt because they'll get clay all over them. All right, there we go. But I do appreciate that they leave the fingertips exposed. Because I'm not hurting, it's just kind of crampy. Hey, Tione. Oh my gosh, how are you doing? She says, hi, Vaughn and Randy. Glad to be able to catch you live. You guys look great. Oh, well, thank you. So it really helps on these thin wires to hold it where them not parallel. If they're a little perpendicular, I can get a nice strong twist on it. And then go ahead and set that down. Practice makes nearly perfect. Yep. Practice makes progress at the very least. Do, 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 do. Oh, ooh, that's a nice thick boy. There we go. Because I don't want the chips themselves or the beads to wiggle, but I don't want our twisting to be so tight that it snaps through the wire like how we did at the very beginning of the video. Hey, Dee. Dee says, Vaughn, did you get my email? I haven't gotten my box yet. Can you track it, please? Oh, hey, Dee, we'll check that out. Hey, Randy, could you check the inbox on the website? Because I checked the email this morning, but I don't have any emails, so it must be in there. Thank you for letting us know. I'm sorry if your box hasn't arrived. Or that it hasn't arrived. I hope it didn't get lost. There we are. Just bringing that down. Whew. I like these gloves, but they give me a workout in the opening up the hand department, if that makes sense. Ooh, Lil Sprite says, I have a ton of gemstone chips. I had no idea what I could do with them. Now I have an idea. Oh my God. Yeah. Chip beads are one of the main, like making wire trees is one of the main reasons why I got chip beads. They were one of the first style of beads that I invested in. Because back in the time, at the time, I don't know what the prices are here lately, but I could get a 16 or no, a 32-inch strand because they were long enough that you could just wear them as a necklace of chip beads for $1 from Fire Mountain Gems if you got 10 of them at a time. So I've never had to buy chip beads since then. So that's been, but my stash is significantly depleted. Ooh, Lil Sprite's level 2. So I'm thinking that this, if I get done with this tree, it will be what we give away in Monday's shop update, which I'm pretty excited about. Ooh, hydrate your noodles. Dude, check out this feather I found in the driveway. Is that not like just the coolest? I don't know if it's a vulture or what, but I think it is just the coolest. It's just there on the driveway. So pretty. I've been keeping it in my house plant. Boop. Okay. I'm going to do a little on, a little off. You could just about turn it into a pen, right? It is so perfect. So D, if you could keep an eye on your email, I think Randy will be replying to you shortly regarding your package. Bringing those beads together. Lil Sprite says, yes, that's what I did ages ago. I've just held on to them. Right on. Like I said, craft stuff doesn't go bad. Typically. Like if it's beads and stuff, I don't think you ever have to worry about it going bad. How large is your largest tunic dress? What do you mean by tunic dress? Most of the sizes we carry up to 3X in general, but I'm not sure if we're thinking of the same thing.
It's in transit.
Oh, it's in transit? Could you reply to that message with the tracking number?
Sure.
Okay.
It says it's sitting in the Carthage post office.
Okay.
So.
Right on. Well, thank you for looking that up. So your package is on the way, D. Randy's going to be replying to you with your tracking number. It says that it's still in transit. So we'll get to see how that goes. Oh, the tie-dye dresses. I think the largest we have on the website is 6X. So we might have your size, like depending. Like we have everywhere from small to 6X. So though that's what we had when we originally listed them, they might have sold already. You okay? Oh no. Yeah, one of the neighbors broke our tree. No fires on this side. Gotcha. Well, it's some folks are busty. I like the 6X just because it's very flowy. So it's, you never know. It's just like whenever I make bracelets. I could make something for a 7.5-inch wrist and have somebody who's like, I have a 7.5-inch wrist. And I'm like, hey, they're like, well, I like to wear my bracelets baggy. And it's like, well, inside burn, outside burn.
Ooh.
Is it like burning toast? You okay?
Yeah, it's like that.
Okay. Yeah, we were making some fair progress on these here branches. I should have started this like 4 hours ago and had it ready. That way during the stream I could just be like, look, the exciting part. But really, this is just how long it takes. Which is wonderful for when you're like watching shows or hanging out. Well, thank you for looking, honey. If we die, we die. Okay. Well, I loved you. It's a windy enough day. One of the neighbors might have something going on and it's just blowing up and we can't see. You know? Gotcha. Dragon said, gotcha. I am well endowed. So, yeah, you got to make room for the goods. do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. That one's got a little wiggle to it. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so let's see. How many of these did we make? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Hoo-wee. So I'm going to change gears for a little bit just to keep it interesting to my own brain. And I'm going to bring these 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm just going to bring clusters of, should I do clusters of 2 or of 3? I think I'll do 2 of 2 and then 2 of 3. Let me go let the doggy in case the doggy want to come on in. Oh, that rainbow on the floor is so pretty. Well, come on in, big boy. Boy. Do, 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 do. Amber says, I'm sitting here with my 4-month-old baby. She's watching your every move. Oh, starting them crafting young. I started crafting on Play-Doh and pop beads. Look at me now. Like, oh, I was supposed to do that one as a 3B. Ooh, okay. Hey, Hawk, how's it going? Michelle asks, have you heard any more on the school? I know it was taken off market, but didn't know if there was any update. There's still, let me click something. How do I not have this pulled up? Oh, I hope now that I clicked off the listing, well, maybe it's in my closed recently or something. Well, I can't even find the listing now. That okay. Well, we haven't heard anything else from the school. We are still scheduled with the realtor to go look at it. I don't know if that's going to amount to anything or anything, but there's still a seed of hope in my heart. And as long as that's there, I'm just going to keep the plan remains the same, whether we end up going with the school or not. Cause we saw, like my friend Tracy sent me that property link, and then I was supposed to do 3 again. Heck. it sparked a dream in Randy and I that I think we want to take the garden botanical statue idea to wherever we end up, because that's what I want my retirement to look like. Is I want to be able to garden and sculpt. And if our whole business is centered around uh, gardening and sculpting, then it'll work out. So I'm not super devastated about the school. I'm still, like I said, I'm still a little hopeful. But we'll just, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I still need to be doing the exact things that we're doing. So like today I recorded the shop update video, which I'm really excited about to share with you guys on Monday. And we're still doing our live streams every week and our tutorials and making stuff for sale and working on sculptures, because quite frankly, like, I don't have a whole lot of a portfolio, I feel, for like in the past 5 years at least, of like sculptures. So if I were to tell somebody, oh, I want to open a sculpture botanical garden, they'd be like, you make jewelry. And I'm like, yeah, but so that's why we have started making. And just in case you didn't see it, this is how the fairy house has come out. It's all backlit weird right now. There she is in her cloche. But so yeah, so I do make sculptures. I'm a sculptor too. So, but we also do like costumes and stuff. So we got all this stuff that's right here is listed up on the website for sale, or will be on Monday. So like the top that my friend Pam made, our tie-dye, and these are all the same style as the festival dress that I'm wearing right now, but our handmade corsets. We've got this one's up on the website right now, this dragon eye bag, which I just love. I absolutely love that one. So yeah, I mean, I figure it's Ren Fair season. Oops. Uh-oh. I knocked the little thing out of my, there we go. Gotta plug it back in. But yeah, all the festival dresses though, I have like the prettiest flow. And I love them. I absolutely love them. So they're up for sale. Some of them are up for sale on the website. We'll have a whole bunch more up on Monday whenever the shop update goes live. Aw. Vegan says, you know why you do such beautiful and interesting things? Because you do it with your heart and soul. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Vegan. All right, so now we have the 3 branch. And I'm going to take this one. Do I bring? Oh, wow, really? Dark Forest Pixie says, the first time I watched you was when you were first developing the dragon eyes. That was a lifetime ago, isn't it? That's cool, though. So I'm going to bring that down. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's one cluster of a 3 and then of the 2. And I do like to kind of bend things and give them a little bit more 3-dimensional shape, because that gives me an idea of how the tree might be. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we do 7 per branch cluster, then I'm hoping that this will help me to know how and when to do. Oh, really? Amber says, my first video was definitely Dragon Eyes too, and Celtic drawing after that. Oh, that's neat. Like Celtic knotwork or Celtic mythology characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again, just kind of positioning. I think that makes a nice shape because they'll be able to stack and cluster well with each other, is my hope. We'll see. Those are still, the beads are a little big for what I was thinking, but 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do one more. Oh, Michelle says, I wish I could live there. So pretty. Love all your stuff. Oh, Michelle. Thank you. I am very glad that you like what we do. That makes me like what we do a little more. Like, it always tickles me whenever people, uh-oh. when cool people think what we do is cool, it makes me like, so. And I think all y'all are cool, so that makes me very happy. Did it? Phone, are you okay? There we go. It just like crashed. Oh, you do have one of the Celtic drawings, don't you? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I was confused. I thought you were doing Celtic drawings, and I was like, no way, those are a lot of fun. Me too. I'm a goober. I apologize. Okay, so we're gonna go womp, womp, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Hawk says I'm getting ready for another powwow next weekend in Jefferson City, Missouri. Oh, that's exciting. I think we're gonna be on the road again. Going to 3, 4, 5. Going on another family trip to Tennessee, so, and to visit the school. 4, 5. Then we're gonna bring these two together. Yeah, it definitely helps me to be very interested in the project if I am 2, 3, 4, 5 doing it in like cluster bunches, because then it makes me feel like I'm making progress. So here we are with another cluster bunch, and this makes me think that this could be the top center of our tree. Or at least a branch cluster of it. So I think from here I just want to go 2 branches together. And one's going to be, I don't know, let's, because my hope is that if I'm just consistent, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I normally see people build their wire trees from like the base up. And that way you just kind of keep splitting the wires down. And it builds out that way. Oh, Michelle says it's funny when I wear your jewelry out, the dance group always comments on them, and I 90% of the time say our friends at Back to Earth Creations. Oh, shoot. Okay, so do I want to go like that and then have, I don't want to build it too far back because the trees typically only have leaves on like the outside where they can photosynthesize. So I think I'm going to make a bunch of these. That's going to be intense. It's going to be a lot, but that's okay because we can do this. Perhaps with the power of coffee. Hey, Wandy, could you make a cup of coffee for me to drink? Thank you. He really is the greatest. I'm spoiled beyond measure. Do what, honey? No, wizard, that's not how I said it. He goes, you're a cup of coffee. And I'm like, haha. Oh, starting to fade. Night, night, Amanda. Have a great rest of your night. I'm going to go back to sitting down. I wore my cute boots to record today's shop update. I don't know why. But, man, that made my knees hurt and everything. So I'm like rickety wrecked. All right. Okay, so just to try to plan out how much, so I can kind of mentally be like, oh, I'm halfway there. If we do 2, 3 branches in this style, and then I think I'll do, let's start with 3 and we'll kind of build it up to fill out the bottom. Thus I asthma pow, we be a few people. Well, thank you, Hawk. I'm glad that you like our videos and that you recommend us to folks. No, thank you. It doesn't need for it. I only use that in the protein. No, Randy, don't put that in there. He just walks off going with like my bottle of like caramel sauce or something. Do, 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 da, da. All right. So I'll feel myself getting, I think planning is important, but I also think the plan never survives first contact with reality. So I tell Randy to watch out for gnomes, right? Oh, so there's one. I'm very glad to see that this wire is getting me quite far. I thought the twisting would take up more of it, but it doesn't seem to. So there's two. Do, 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 do. But thank you guys for coming and hanging out during today's live stream, because getting to do these live streams really does give me an opportunity to work on our passion projects, like things that aren't necessarily going to be for sale in any sort of like if they ever sell, I will feel very, very lucky. But I got to do some art, dang it. Like I love making like $5 wire wrapped earrings, but there's some things that feed my soul, and there's some things that I make because they're fun. $5 earrings are fun and pay my bills. This is a project for my soul because I want to make it huge and have it light up. The pinky and the brain. There we go. There's 4. I've made the wire flowers out of beads and wire. It's the same process. Ooh, how do you do that, Michelle? Like do you just make like petals? Like instead of this would be a flower petal? Because that'd be really pretty. Bringing these around town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then one more, and we'll be able to make that into a branch cluster. So what are y'all up to? What are you doing? What are you working on? Shout out to all of our lurkers too, by the way. No obligation or pressure to comment or participate. What are we doing tonight, Brain? Trying to take over the world. Yeah, trying to make a wire tree. Okay. So now we've got these 3. Womp. 2, 3, 4, 5. If you remember the trend of nail polish wire flowers, I thought those could be used to make a tree too, or a bouquet. That's a good idea. Well, that would look wicked cool. I wonder how that would work with if the fiber optics would light up the whole petal. Ah! Okay. Ooh, we gotta keep crafting. I gotta pick a rock for this to go on. These are the things that are important. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Maybe, Brain, but where are we going to get that much spandex at this hour? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put together on the wire, then shape into a teardrop shape, then twist them when you have the petals in twist. Ooh. Because when it's all smushed together, it looks almost like just a wad of nothing. But whenever you get them all positioned, it really starts to become something. 3, 4, 5. Ooh, nice. Hawk says, I bought a 5-tier round earring rack and I'm slowly filling it with $20 earrings. Nice. Good to be busy. Tion says, prepping for my first event of the season, our Bigfoot Festival. Oh, that's cool. Hey Deb, she says, love wire trees. When I was a kid, lapidary folks would make this kind of tree with undrilled stone chips glued into tiny twisted loops. Nice. Ooh, you look very good with that cup of coffee, I have to say.
Where do we find that much necrotic flesh?
He just like standing there with like his forearm looking all like good, holding this beautiful cup of coffee. Thank you, honey. It's like way too hot to drink though. Ow. All right. So again, we can kind of lay this out even though we haven't sculpted the base yet, like the trunk. And I just want to see how the sculpture is gonna kind of sit, because I was kind of hoping for a more intense leafing, I guess. I don't know. Do I want to go less is more, or do I want to go more is more? Because I really like more is more. X-rated coffee delivery, right? It's like, gracious me, the vapors. Like, literally a thirst trap. More is more. I agree, Hawk. So I'm gonna get two more of those made, and then I'm gonna start sculpting the tree together. Well, I'm just gonna stop talking while I'm ahead. Ooh, I'm procrastinating putting the price tags on my pieces. Ooh, Michelle, that's so exciting though. What would you be pricing today if you weren't procrastinating? Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Cha cha. Do 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 do. Boo do. Cha cha. Do 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 do. It just occurred to me. Well, y'all will see whenever you see the Monday shop update. I think it'll be fine. But it just occurred to me, I recorded that with a whole lot more clothes on than what I ended up. But it's because I had like a kimono and a corset and a mask and like all this other stuff. I got all dressed up earlier today and it was so much fun. I don't have any Ren fairs or anything on the horizon, but I mean, no, I don't think we'll be able to fit in going to the Ren fair while we're in Tennessee, but we might go to the Oklahoma Ren Fair. Muskogee? Muskogee. Do, 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 do. I don't know. It's so hot though. I might just wait to Ren Fair until the fall when I have so much more fun when it's not a billion degrees outside plus sunburn. It's like I can stay home and do that. Do, do. Do, 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 do. That's a thick boy. My tree of life pendants and some hand painted eyes set in bezels. Oh, Michelle. So I think you already told me, but I'm blurry on it. So I apologize that I'm a bad friend and listener. Um, are you setting up at a bazaar? Or are you listing them online or both? Or Hawk says, let me know if and when you do Muskogee, I can meet you there. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be super cool. 2, 3, 4. Michelle says, I try to go to as many as I can here in Texas. I'd like to restart back up my Renaissance Fair era because I just think it would be a lot of fun. But I think the company you keep is the big part of what makes it so fun. So if we were able to meet up with some of y'all and go to like Ren fairs, business Ren fair. Because the strategy is if we go to different Ren fairs dressed up in our costumes, and if people ask about it, and then we have a business card with a QR code, and we could be like, you could buy our stuff, and then, but not have to actually be vending. And so, and I'm not even like super like, oh, we've got to make sales that way. That's just how we make it. That's it. The whole weekend's an advertising expense in my mind. We'll see how that holds up to the accountant. But in my mind, that's a business expense. That is advertising. And if I happen to also get to see someone fire juggle, then that'd be cool. You could add side branches by only doing a few twists and using each side to build a side branch to make it more thick. Okay, I think that's similar to what I was doing here, where I was doing like, these are 3 leaves, but they're made with 1 wire that kind of like comes back and in. And I kind of think I like that, but like I like that better than what I'm doing here, where it's just like 1 leaf tip on each. But this one, I'm primarily looking for the structure of, because I can replace the tip in my imagination with that's there instead. But I wanted to practice out this part of the branching to see how does that structure and form together. Oh no, you're good, Deb. Michelle says, we have an event the dance group is performing at, and we have a space they have us to vend at. And since I can't dance, I am vending. Oh, Michelle, that is so cool. Like, oh, my heart hurts for you though that you're not getting to dance, but I know that you're going to give yourself the time and patience and grace to let yourself heal. And I think you're going to do a phenomenal job vending. Ooh. Oh, that's some good coffee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we also had the tent set up in the backyard because I really want to try to take Z camping with us sometime, even if it's just like a quick overnight, just so we can go stargazing or something. And so I wanted to get him like familiar with the tent. And it was hilarious yesterday because it was our first full day having the tent up. And I went out there in the morning to spy on nature because the birds don't like realize I'm there as much. Like they don't seem to mind me as bad when I'm in the tent. And so I get to like sit there in the hammock with my coffee, petting the dog, watching the birds like up real close. And but then Z was like, okay, I'm ready to go in. And so it was prearranged with Randy that I was like, if Z barks, will you let him in? And he was like, yeah. And so Z's at the door of the tent, like being like, okay, it's time to go. And so I let him out, like expecting him to just run to the front and go inside and like be done with being outside for the day. He made unbroken eye contact with me through the tent window. And like, you could see his little hamsters running on their wheels. And he was like, oh, hell no. And he went like where his cheeks are all, he's so cute, you guys. I love this dog. And I was not going to have any peace. So I started to unzip it to get out to take him up to the front. And he starts like birthing himself through the tent zipper, being like immediate separation. Like the tent's fine. But just seeing Z, he's such a goober. He's such a goober. But then we were back out there again last night, which was probably like the best weather, the best time we've ever had in the garden, just laying around chilling because no bugs. Normally, like we go outside and our enthusiasm for being out there quickly deteriorates, and it just is a race between, you know, the ticking of our enthusiasm depleting and our, you know, tolerance of the bugs depleting. Whenever those have both depleted to low enough, we're like, all right, time to go back in. But last night we just we stayed out there till we were cold, actually. The deed is done. I placed the safety eyes order and was able to restrain myself some. I got 148 sets of glittery eyes. Will make 74 monsters and 200 sets of just black. Did you get them in different sizes? You got to get them in different sizes. Hey, Walk in the Rain says Memorial Day Ren Fair in Middle Amana, Iowa. Used to go watch the joust and pet the horses. They let you pet horses? Iowa's not too far. When's Memorial Day? I think I might have missed it. No, it's coming up, isn't it? Cool, in different sizes. That's good. Michelle says, before joining the dance group and having to perform in front of people has helped me not to be nervous. Still get nervous before performance, but it keeps getting easier. And vending is perfect for me because the girls will be there, but I get to show off my stuff and make some money. Oh, yes. End of the month, right on. I think we're going to be in Tennessee. Our niece Maddie is graduating, and we're so proud of her. We're going to go see her walk across the stage and look at the school that is off market, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. I just want to go look at it because if it's perfect, then I'll know by having gotten my eyes on it. And if it's not perfect, then now we'll know. But nothing in my life has inspired me like thinking about getting a derelict needs renovated back to the studs, 21,000 square foot school that needs a new roof. I was like, this sounds like a handful. And also it was on 5 acres and the price was right, but we'll see. I don't know if any of that will remain, you know, the case, but we still have the appointment to go see it. So we're going to go see and see. But we figured regardless of what property we end up going with, regardless of anything, we need to be doing the things that we're currently doing, which is paying down our debt. And it feels so wildly over ambitious to me right now to be like, okay, we're kind of, I mean, it's not exactly paycheck to paycheck. Like we're doing just fine, but it's really hard to try to get ahead. Like if that makes sense. Like, but I'm fully prepared to hustle harder and round off the corners a little bit more, of just cutting corners to try to save up more money so we can get our nest egg built back up. And we'll keep going from there. So I do want to thank you guys just for being here. Y'all being here helps us. We're getting closer to meeting our Kick numbers to be able to maybe get verified as partners on Kick. Yeah, I'm good. Ooh, Huck says, what are you making her for a graduation gift? I don't know. I actually need to search real quick because she like subtly, not so subtly, was like, oh my God, I need this palette from the thing is I don't know what the name of the palette is, but it's one of my makeups that I've had for like 5 or 6 years. And it's shaped like a triangle and it's all like pastel highlighter colors. Oh, there it is. Holographic palette. Okay, Alchemist. Kat Von D, Alchemist. That's like the best name for it. Holographic. But she wore it really, really well. Oh, but where do I buy it? Nowhere. I buy it nowhere. Okay, Maddie's not getting anything for graduation because I'm sad. No, I don't know. I'll have to see what I can come up with. But I don't know, because I think I don't know. There were a couple of different gift ideas that we were hoping to be able to contribute to, because the thing is she's, oh, thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to sneeze in y'all's ears. Um, she's a young person going off to college. I have no idea what she's going to need or anything. So at this stage, it's like I kind of just want to give her a pile of money and be like, good luck. Because that's at that age, that's what I needed the most was, some money in my pocket for, you know, oh, I need a laptop, or oh, my phone card, or, just the expenses of existing that, but I'd like to give her something special too. Hmm. She's got a bunch of our jewelry already. I don't know. Oh, Robin says watching you is my therapy on a stressful day. Well, I'm really, I'm really glad to be helpful to you, Robin. Prepping for the weekend markets, making some sublimated tote bags. Nice. Got a few 40 millimeters, some 30 millimeter, and some 25 millimeter, as well as some 18. Okay, some round pupils with equal iris around, and some round pupils offset. Oh, those are so cute. You can make them kind of wide. Enjoyed watching. Gotta go get something to eat. Bye, World is Strange. Mwah. We love y'all. My mom took me shopping for stuff. I cherish that time spent more than the stuff. Yeah, and we figure we'll be there in town, and we're gonna be staying for a few days, and she's always our priority. She's such a sweetie. So, yeah, the pleading eyes. Her puppy eyes. The look at me, I am too cute eyes. So I'm just twisting those together. It is a feat of endurance, y'all, doing projects like this. And that's something that it's good to remind myself. And if you're crafting along with me, you might want to remind yourself that, these things don't come together in a matter of just minutes. Oh, cake pops. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. That'll be perfect, actually. Because one of the family aunts is hosting a party for her graduation. And so I'll need to bring something. Cake pops. But yeah, it's because I got kind of used to seeing even my own work just edited down into a timely manner. And it's like, it was 12 hours of work to go into that 30-minute video, not counting the time to actually even edit it. It's just, this is just how much time it takes sometimes. I'm chit chatting and stuff, but I'm having a good time with it. All right, so now we're at 7. And this will give us our other one for this guy, like the pair will be paired off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, snap crackle. But yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit of a turn and burn us visiting in Tennessee. Just because this will be the 3rd time this month that we've been gone. And we have asked so much of our house sitters. Okay, so now coming in hot. Flump. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm trying to be, I know that like trees aren't exactly the same on every single branch, but I am striving to be more or less the same for all the branches, just for consistency's sake, so that I can remember what it is that I want to do on the big tree. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's that looking nice. I love that branch structure. But yeah, I think you're right, Deb. Doing a fully leafed out, like leaf tip, that'd be the way to do this. Okay, so we're going to come in and I'm just going to hold these 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now this is, I'm going to do 7 on this one. Ooh, Michelle says, Edwin and I got caught up on Andor and I was crafting. Cutting paper feathers is a lot. How are you liking Andor? I don't think we've watched it. Oh yeah, these are going to be. I mean, I've seen some wire trees that are just like this and done. So I'm not going to be a perfectionist or anything too much on myself, but I do want it to be a little more. I think now is the time to begin the center section, if that makes sense. Like this part of the tree. Oh, it's a good season, right on. Stretch break. How are you planning on incorporating the fiber optics into that? Oh, right on, Dark Forest. So my thoughts are with this, we'd be, so even though this one's my prototype, I'm doing it backwards from what I will on this tree. I'm going to show you kind of what I mean by that. So I've drilled a bunch of these holes because I was going to try to cut between them and nothing was working. And then Randy came over and he was like, did you not want to use the jigsaw? And I was like, the what? Because I forgot we had one. That would have been a much better tool to use. Ooh, good drinking temperature. But I'm going to be going through and placing drill holes about every probably 1/4 of an inch around the circumference here. And I'm going to, how I drilled here with that bit to where it made it to where they're a little low. That way the wire can feed up from below on the back. And then all those wires are going to come up and I'll be able to like twist it around over the base. Because the whole point of cutting the hole out is so I can feed this base through so we can still access the battery and light components. But the wire is going to come up like a twisted trunk around here. And then once we get all of those wires, I don't know. In my head, it just works. We'll figure it out. But we're going to have to, there's going to be a learning curve. But I'm excited about it. So I don't know, but I'm going to discover a way. Because if I try to logic out a project like that, it's never going to happen. If I had tried to logic out my Spyro the Dragon costume, it would have never happened. I just ate that elephant one bite at a time. But my hope is that we'll be able to, however we get it up, we'll be able to bring these fiber optics, like it'll kind of twist around and then I can like branch, like let's say if that's, so we'd be wrapping the wire around and then keep splitting it. And it would be, well, I thought I was going to use a 16 gauge initially, but I think we'll be using a blend of different wires to kind of like fill it in, as well as some different epoxy sculpts. Like this is going to be a really cool, I hope, mixed medium project. It tickles my whiskers. So, and if not, well, I'll have made a cool little prototype tree hopefully. All right, so now how do I feel? How do I do? So now I'm going to do like how Dee suggested and do multiple little branches, because this is going to be like the yeah, so the lights will only show out the ends. Yeah, I was hoping into each leaf cluster, because I may be able to do like a little whoop at the end of the wire, and put some like UV resin over it to do like a lensing to make the fiber optic light a little bit more. So now I'm going to take this one on this side. There's 1, 2, and 3. But yeah, I'm just folding that around and then twisting it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got this little fiber optic lamp on Amazon for like, I think $8. But because we got it specifically for sacrificing for projects. That and fiber optic trees are just kind of cool, like the little lamps. It's very cool. I think fiber optics are very interesting. So there's 1. And I think I might just do 2 on each cluster coming down. Nah, I should do 3. You clicked on my face. I'm going to do what's necessary for the project. I just worry about, I don't want to be boring, you know? But behold, here I am. So I don't think this is exactly, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I am going to pursue what I am compelled towards, regardless of its algorithmic potential or anything like that. Tape is my friend. I'd probably just tape the whole thing. I like use electrical tape to separate the branches. That's a good idea, actually, because then I might just cover that with wire. Dark forest is a really good idea. Like that's a super cool idea. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 of these. I've got this one in the middle. That'll be like the tippy top of the tree. And then I'm going to have this coming up out of the center of a cluster of 3. It's supposed to depend on our weekly. Vaughn and Randy Fix would never see you boring. Aw. Well, shucks. Thank you. Now, also, do know, y'all, even to all of our lurkers, even if it's your first time watching, do feel free to comment freely and ask questions and anything like that. It doesn't even have to be about wire wrapping. We typically try to keep things pretty crafty, but I'm open to all sorts of subjects, just typically not anything that you'd hear about if you turned on the news. Y'all can go watch the news for that. We're gonna, just enjoy ourselves. It may help with the light just showing on the ends of the clusters rather than the glowing filaments in the branches. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. I'm excited. I'm really excited to just try. How long did you cut your wires and what gauge are you using? Hawk, today I'm using 26 gauge, and we cut these to, they ended up being 12 inches long, but it was easier to get Randy to help me to cut 30 24-inch long pieces, and then I just folded them all in half and cut them in low wire snips. And I think that worked out pretty well. But if I were doing a larger tree, I may be going with a larger wire. So, oh, now her voice is so smooth. She's been known to put us to sleep. Not because we are bored, but because her voice is so soothing. I really should market that angle a little bit more because insomnia is a hell of a thing. May help with, yeah. 2, 3, 4. Taking notes for a friend. Nice. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because a big part of what I want to do is like, so the fairy house that we just finished. What if that was the base that we had underneath the stand? There's like the light for the fiber optics, but if we were able to like cut a hole in the bottom of the bottle, I don't know if that would be necessary or something, but to be able to get it to where the fiber optics is traveling through the core of the bottle and then comes out through the top, and then we can use the bottle structure to sculpt over. Like that'd be pretty cool too. But yeah, for the next stream, whenever we're tackling Monday's stream, I'm hoping to be tackling that fiber optic tree. So I'll try to have a bunch of stuff already prepped. But we'll see. We'll see if that's possible. Okay. So I'm gonna slide on a bead, slide on a bead, slide on a bead. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. But see, you could use like 24 gauge, 28. Honestly, the thickest that you can fit through your bead, so long as it's not giving your hands too much trouble. I'm starting to feel it. Ah, ho hum. Need to learn to listen to my body when it whispers, so I do not have to make it scream for me to hear it. But also, this tree isn't going to wrap itself. Okay. At the very least, want to be able to get the tip like established. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Michelle says that's why I'm taking a break. Oh. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. So I haven't done like a ton of positioning, just the tip. But we haven't done the like sculptural phase, you know? But what I'm doing right here, I'm hoping will give me an idea of how I want to, how many wires I want coming up out of the base. Ooh, Dark Forest says, great idea. I was thinking about a fairy tree sculpture since you brought up the fiber optics. I did a spooky Halloween tree with clay and fairy lights, and it didn't really go as planned. Oh no, what happened? Maybe we can learn from what you did. That wisdom, crafting wisdom can be really hard earned with time and money and shattered dreams. So spooky Halloween. I bet that was cool. I bet it still looked really cool though. So I feel like I can't just throw this in there because look at how dinky that little branch is. He's so dinky and small. So I'd like to get it up to the same size as these other branches whenever it meets in. So it doesn't have to be the exact same size. So I'm going to do 2 more of these. Save the dinky branches for fill-ins. That's a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just gonna get, how many was there? 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made a wire form of a basic tree shape and wrapped the face lights around, or the fairy lights around that, glued them in place, and then used clay around it all. I should have expected the glue to come undone. And the wires. Oh no! How big was it? Poke out the clay, then it cracked. Oh no. Oh, that's rough. What kind of glue did you use? 8 inches tall. Right on. That's a good size. Okay, I'm going to get this twisted. I wonder if I can do this with the other hand. There we go. Just some hot glue. It's still cute, just very delicate. Okay. Right on. What kind of clay did you use? Was it air dry? I'm going to be honest, I've never had very much luck at all with air dry clay. It always cracks on me. And then I get real agitated. And also, it does not taste as good as it looks. So, I mean, that's all clay, really. Except for dough. Sorry, I don't know why I'm like this. Just heavy breathing, thinking about making some homemade Play-Doh and eating it. Well, hey, Amber Cat. Oh, not those two together. I need a chip bead in between them. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just threading on some more beads. Hey, Randy. I forgot to I need flex tape and sour cream. Hey, Triquetra, how's it going? I think we might still have time to order it. Oh, it's going. Nice. We're having leftover chili for dinner, and we're making a fresh box of cornbread. Which, oh my goodness, I normally make my cornbread from scratch, but that Jiffy stuff in a box is good. Like, that's just taste. That's basically a dessert. It is delicious. And right, a tub would be perfect. Could you also get a thing of cottage cheese for me, please? Thank you. Jiffy cornbread is the 80s kid staple that mom made. I understand why. It's good AF. Like, so good. And while it was still hot in the oven, I like rubbed the top of it with a stick of butter. Oh yeah. Like Triquetra says, I have market tomorrow and I have so many things I need to finish up today and my sleep is all messed up. Sigh. So it's gonna be interesting today and tomorrow. Oh no. Well, maybe we can keep you company while you get prepped for your market. I'm so excited for you though. I hope it goes really well, like scary well. But not so much that you can't handle it. Hey Patsy, how's it going? Thank you. I hope so too. I want to sell everything. Yes. That would be. Oh no, my bead. Well, let me see if I can untwist this parawire to put a bead on there. It's a vendor's emotional support group. Okay. I don't know. It's a whole different beast because we've got some friends who they like, and there's nothing wrong with it at all, but the bulk of what's in their booth is like resale. So like they'll buy stuff and then like either repackage it into some mystery boxes or but like so they're very busy with like reordering things and getting good deals and like bulk deals and stuff, but it's just a whole different beast from everything in the booth being handmade. And it's as the years go by, it makes more and more sense to me why, it's like, okay, yeah, I might wholesale that from somebody else just to, give myself a little bit of a break. But it is a lot of work, y'all, setting up a handmade booth. But it is super worth it. Because there's literally, I mean, even if I'm right next to another person who sells wire wrapping, we're not selling the same stuff. Like it's gonna have, you know, your own style comes through. And so I've always liked that. Whereas it's like if I sell pop figures and I'm set up to that somebody else who also sells pop figures, it becomes like just a price war for that weekend. There we go. All right, we have prepped all of our wire. Last weekend's powwow, I did not make costs. That's just part of the business. I only sell what I make. Oh, Hawk, I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough, but you're right. That's show business, baby. Like sometimes, oh, that's hard when you don't make booth back or cover costs. I'm a little disappointed in myself because I just couldn't make myself make stuff for a bit. The weather has been back and forth from hot to cool, and our AC is out, so when it's hot, it gets hot in the room where I have all my stuff. I have lots of plans, and it just didn't happen. Don't sweat it. Those plans will still be good for after this show. So don't be hard on yourself. That's at this stage, at night before, that is so counterproductive. Give yourself some grace. This is how that cookie crumbled. What's something productive that you could put your mind on instead? I feel like I need to get my bangs out and do like vendor horoscope advice. So, like, ooh, that'd make me so happy. Like, how can I be helpful to you today? What do you need Pep to talk about? Pep talked about, because I'm gonna have to take a break. My hand's hurting. That's what I need pep talked about is that's the wrong hand. Jiffy cornbread was a staple in the 60s. Man, I wonder if it's changed much over the years or if it's always just been this good. And it's the perfect amount though, because it's like whenever I make a batch at home, it makes like 8 servings. And so Randy and I will still eat it in 4 sittings though. Whereas the batch of cornbread that I made the other night, we ate it all in 1 sitting. Oh my God, it was so good though. And then we just sat on the couch like ticks, just stuffed to the gills. And you just having little like little cornbread burps. No regrets. We party like wild animals. And by wild animals, I mean garbage diving raccoons. I don't know what I need pep talked about. My brain isn't working yet today. You've got this, Triquetra. Who needs a brain anyways? You've got this. Last year I invested in a cobalt fan that runs in lithium batteries and it was so worth the money. Oh, I bet. Dude, y'all, these things right here are my favorite thing. We take them just about everywhere with us. Mine's dead though because it was on high. Normally the battery holds out pretty well. But we keep one on each end of the booth, and on low it will last all day. But we bring 2 for the booth and 1 for the hotel room when we're traveling. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to start binding these off into 2s. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this one's going to have to be a 3B. Oh no. It'll be all right. Tomorrow should be nice. It says 78 degrees and usually it's breezy where the event is at. Okay. Okay, so now from here, I am going to twist these together. Michelle says, I'm so very glad ours is indoors at a mall. Oh my God, yeah. I'm such a house cat about vending now. It's like I really do prefer, like if it's outdoors, I'm like, I don't know. But we don't have a lot of great outdoor events in our area, not that I've experienced. So, but I need to go and I want to go and take more risks, but it feels very risky. And we haven't gone to an event in our local area that felt like, yes, I want to be a part of this. It was just like, it felt more like the organizers are doing it for their own profit, which is like, I think everybody involved should profit, but it's good for the organizers if it's good for the vendors too. Just a yen. Okay, and we can always reposition some of this stuff. I just want to get it like attached. Uh-oh. My branches are tangled. And if we run into a spot that's kind of like this, you can just twist it down a little harder and it tightens up that slack, and then you don't got to worry about it. There we go. Yeah, sadly, most events here are outside unless you do a bigger event, which is fine. I don't mind being outside for this time of year. Summertime, they go night markets because during the day it's just far too hot. Okay, night market would be really cool. All right, so there's honestly this right here, boom, cute little tree. Like if we did leafier branches. Oh, I like those leafy branches. I got to do the sculpting on this, but I'm going to wait until it's all together and then we'll sculpt. Okay, So I'm getting all of these lower parts split. It's really, it comes together all at once, you guys. Hopefully, is what I'm kind of psyching myself into. Okay, so there's 1 and 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in 3 because I'm just getting them all added in. And then I'm going to cram my hand in there. And then we're just going to start twisting. My mom and I went on a field trip with the school when I was little, and she bought one of those, and it's on an amethyst cluster base. I have it now. It's so pretty. Oh, that sounds pretty. We actually saw one at, what got me thinking about this is we saw one at the state park where we were camping. And I was like, ooh, I need to make that. And I was like, if only I knew somebody who wire wraps. So. Okay. There we go. And it's not perfect yet, but it doesn't need to be. Does not need to be. I just want to get everything kind of separated out just a smidge more. I think I'm going to twist these two. Just a little. I missed the start of the live. Does it take a lot of wire or does it just look like a lot? I used, what's 30 times? I used 60 feet of wire. So it uses a lot of wire, but it comes on a spool of 1,250 feet. So a lot of wire, yes, but not like end of the world lot of wire. Okay, so now from here, I'm going to break these root clusters up into 2, 3, 4. Let's do 6, just because that seems a nice round number. This isn't aluminum. This is the silver-plated silver parawire. I love parawire stuff. Their silver-plated silver will turn a coppery gold when you leave it out in the sun for a long time. It's just how it goes. This stuff doesn't seem to. The titanium toned, silver-plated titanium, just having that additional colored enamel over it seems to do the trick. But I didn't know all that whenever I bought a ton of the silver-plated silver, because for the longest time that was my favorite color to use, and I still really like it, and I especially love it from whenever I want a slightly golden, champagne-y looking silver. So for every tool and material, there is a purpose. So now I'm using my nylon jaw pliers. And so if we just pretend that this is under the ground, I'm essentially going to be making, this is how I would be making the tree on the way up, but I wouldn't, I'm hoping that I can twist it around the fiber optics and not be twisting and like actively breaking the fiber optics. But it was an $8 lamp. We bought it with the full intent of sacrificing it to our crafty experimentation. Ooh, Triquetra says, yeah, you get the bulk ones from Parawire. I haven't gotten those yet. They're my recommended. They're the way to go. And it's been so long since I've needed to restock that I don't even know how much they're currently charging for them. But back in the day, they used to sell for $30. That's just on their website. It might be like 50 now, but we've been buying from Parawire for a long, long time. Okay, so now you can see we're getting our little roots. This one was their large spool. It's 1,250 feet. Just wrap it around coil style. Okay, that's a good idea. Are you talking about the fiber optics? Okay, because I kind of want to split these. I'm going to back it up just a smidge. And then, whoop, and whoop, this changed gears just in time. So I'm not going to split it off too far from here, but I'm going to twist it around, and then I am going to come in at a little bit of an angle to twist it off. And then each root, I'm going to do a short one and a long one. Maybe, we'll see. We might do, yeah, let's do that. Why not? I see no reason not to. I'm trimming the tip and then trimming the tip. So that's going to be our little root structures that we bind to, or, oh, the camera went out, I guess. Thank you guys for letting me know. There we go. Okay, so there's our little root cluster. Because, and it's going to look real similar for a bunch of them, because I am kind of following these steps on this. I do this in this way, and then, but it helps me to not be overwhelmed. If I just repeat the pattern, before I know it, the whole thing's made. So I'm going to split these off, twist, twist. I have to be real careful. I hate the sensation, which I don't feel like I'm alone in this. I hate the sensation of wire going underneath my fingernails. Like, it gets old very quick. So I do like coming in with my nylon jaw pliers because it helps me avoid that sensation. Hey Loki, how's it going? Stopping through for a minute. Fenrir and I send our best. Well, I hope you're doing good today, Loki. Do you have plans to stream later, or are you just enjoying yourself today? Sans stream. Ooh, little roots. Oh, the little tree beans. It's like if you were an ant, these are literally his toes. Okay, calm down. I'm a grown up. Now making some 5 bead star pendants. Ooh, ooh. We are expecting big storms, but I have a hankering to do a calligraphy scream. Oh, that'd be cool. Or stream, not scream. You can scream all you want. It's your stream. I was trying to find on their website so I could see the price of the bulk, but I didn't see any above like 400 feet. Let us see, because it's been a long time since, like, whenever we started being a wholesaler for them, we just go through a different avenue almost altogether. Let's see, I normally go directly to Parawire's Craftwire. So like if this is their home, also my high-tech screen capture technology, from their homepage. Ooh, metalliferous. Okay, so we're gonna go to shop, Craftwire, and then I'm gonna go to the silver plated colors, and I'm gonna click, ooh, ultra white. What's that? I'm gonna go with what I know. What is that? Silver. There's the titanium. And then I'll go here, and you can see we have, depending on the gauge. Oh, that's wild. Where did I get this giant honking spool of... Because it's 26 gauge. 22 gauge has a 500-foot bulk spool. Or maybe in the silver-plated silver? These might not be available anymore. I mean, 200 feet, that's still a fair amount. But yeah, that's their rebiddies. The antique white. I wonder if any of them... No, it just goes up to the 500 foot. Let me see if they have it in their metallic colors, perhaps. Wow, they've restructured it. I don't know if you can get these bulk. Well, I'm gonna be real sad because I loved these honking spools, like big boys. But honestly, it takes me years to get through them, so I can understand if they stopped manufacturing them. So no, not your fault at all of not being able to find it. The 200-foot one isn't bad, and it's only $9 exactly. And 200 feet, that's a bunch of wire, like that, a bunch of wire. So, oh, I'm gonna miss you, little spool of wire, but I'm still gonna use you up. So, oh yeah, I'll go for it, Loki. I love questions. Like, my dream live stream is just people asking questions the entire time. Like, that made me so happy. I don't even have to know the answers. Like, how will you incorporate the fiber optic? I don't even know. So I'm thinking about this tape, the idea of like taping them together. Who had recommended that? Dark Forest Pixie. I may end up taping them off and then covering it that way. Hey, baby, do we have a bunch of like electrical tape or anything like that? Do you know? Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh. I have recouped copper wire to learn some of it on the cheap. Actually, have several gauges of wire from doing this. Had to stop, borderline hoarding. It's not hoarding if it's metal, because that's a resource, buddy. That stuff's getting more and more expensive every day. Do you have a plan for the base of that? I was gonna stick it on a rock. Kind of. But no, Randy and I used to hoard aluminum cans because we were gonna melt them down. But so again, we're enablers. And if it's organized hoarding, that's the way to go. I'm not anti-hoarding. I just think it should be, if I can organize it, that's beneficial. Okay.
Actual electrical tape.
Uh-huh.
Decent tape. Or
What's the big spools in your right hand? Or whatever hand that is.
I think that's...
Is this half-inch gaffer's tape?
Is that gaffers?
This is half-inch gaffer's tape.
It's for hoops.
Yeah, I think I'll use this.
This one? Wait, that's what it started out as?
I really like the thinner stuff because it's going to let me... Thank you, honey. This is perfect. We're going to tape it. I'm going to start taping it as soon as we get done with this. So I got to hurry because we only have like 30 more minutes. Woo! I tried and failed bad at 5-wire braid that one could do as a beginner, then wrap around a gem. Very approachable project. Could probably wrap cabochons with it too. Okay, those are actually a lot trickier, I think, because there's a whole lot of ends to finish off. I'm sorry. I just got distracted. What's happening?
Yeah.
The final brain cell. Do. There's a lot of ends to bind off, and that can get chaotic really quickly. So question is, have you done braided wire? If so, can you show us sometime? Yes, and I would love to. That would make me really happy. If Do you know what gauges of wire you have on hand? That's going to help me a lot and hopefully being able to help you. And where's the part of it that, like, at what stage do you feel it went awry? Like, where was your problem area? Like, was it askew from the beginning, or was it like going well until dot dot dot? Insert crafting shenanigans here. Squirrel. I'm so sorry, you guys. Like, the whole brain just stopped for a second. Not at the moment, but not a bad idea to pull together. I can measure pretty precisely with my cheapo digital calipers. Okay, because something that might be really handy if you have like a hammer and a block around is to take uh, some of that wire and hammer it. And if you're working with bare copper, then you shouldn't have any issue with being able to like torch anneal it, which will make it soft again after hammering. But you can make it kind of not half round, but it'll be kind of flattish. And then you can use that as a wrapping binding wire. But I didn't know if you were interested in that. Like, I'm, I might be overcomplicating things. Do, do, do. I love cutting them at just a little angle. It makes it super sharp and pokey. I joined very late, so I'll watch later to get all caught up. Looks so fun. Hey, how's it going? It doesn't have a screen name, it's just blank, but it's a green background profile picture. But we've been making a wire tree sculpture that is going to be what we give away for next week's shop update giveaway, if that makes sense. Man, I'm really digging the heck out of that. I'm gonna have to pick a nice rock. And I was gonna use some Avis clay. I have an antique peen hammer and a cheapo running theme anvil. Anvil is 10-inch stretch and railroad rail offcut. Okay. If you have a chasing hammer, like something that's flat, that might work out a little bit better. Just for the goal here is to take, because normally we could pretend for a moment that these wires were braided. This is a half round wire that I'm using to bind those other wires together. And that can be really, really helpful in just binding off the end to make a clean end on it. Jeweler's hammer, excellent. Antique, that's the way to go. It really is. Okay, so now I'm going to twist these ones together. Flomp, flomp. See, I feel like the boring part to watch is putting all the beads and crap on. And I feel like the part that I'm like, yes, show me, is twisting off the little, the tree beans, the roots. There be baby squirrels here somewhere. Mama comes for peanuts and she's feeding youngins. Ooh. Oh, I love that. Oh, I like squirrels now. It's not hoarding, it's stocking up for the future. Exactly. Exactly. Wow, a piece of a railroad tie that I use as my anvil. That's really cool. That's hardcore. Ooh, Chucklet just says, I saw a video on Instagram of somebody putting chainmail and a knitted piece together, and oh my god, it was so pretty. I hadn't seen something like that before. Right on, putting chainmail and a knitted piece together. How did they do? Like, I can picture how that would be done. But how did they? Let me correct. I can picture how I would do that, but I don't know. Like, were they making like a garment or something? Or that's a really cool idea, though. I'm torn between feeling like Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that is somehow simultaneously amazing for creativity and also so like toxic at the same time, potentially. It's just like drinking too much water is bad for you. I feel like too much social media is really bad for me because I'll get so like not even being in comparison mode, but just being like, what do I have to offer? Like, if that makes sense, or I don't know, like I'll get really overwhelmed. And so I'm trying to find my own personal, like, find where my personal line of overexposure is, where I'm inspired, overwhelmed. And then it's just like a depressed spiral. So I've had to be treading carefully on social media. And I've been doing better this past 4 months, but it was still really nice to take the vacation in the woods and not be on my phone at all for 4 days. Um, like at all. Just to help me kind of chill out. Hey Lori, how's it going? She says Yvonne Williams. It's Kennedy now, girl. You put a ring on it. You aren't gonna believe this, but I made a tree just like this with citrine gemstones and antique copper. What? And I wrapped the tree around a giant amethyst stone. Lori. I saw that video too. She crocheted a cowl, I think, then attached the chainmail. Okay. So she made a cowl, and then on the parts that were recessed in the knitting, she weaved chainmail into the yarn. That's really cool. Somebody email me the link to that. I want to see it when I'm in a good headspace. But I get sad because I feel broken. It's like I don't want to feel this way when I'm on the internet. Oh, thank you, Triquetra. Sneak. Woo! Caught it. Hey Beth. She says, "Hey, how are you doing today? It's raining here. Just the right weather. Staying inside, doing my jewelry. Nice. We're doing really well. I hope it's not raining here yet, because we got to take the tent in the backyard down." Oh, it's so good to see you though, Lori. How's the garden doing? I saw the pictures you had posted. After our Tennessee trip, I think we're going to be scheduling to get a plumber out here to figure out what the heck with our hose nozzle, if it's able to be fixed or what. So I'm about to cut a hole in the kitchen window screen and just hook a hose up to the kitchen faucet, but I don't think Randy would like that. And honestly, I don't think future Vaughn would like that either. But my beans would love it. My beans and my marigolds. Thanks, little sprite. It really starts to come together, doesn't it? Like the roots especially, I think, are helping it be chef kiss. Mwah, mwah, chef kiss. Wait, that's not that's not how chef kisses. I mean, it could be. Too windy here. A tent would be in Oz today. Yeah. And I don't really want to test and see how well the tent would do. I mean, it does pretty good and we staked it down okay. I don't want it to take unnecessary damage. It's like it's growing more roots. Every time I think I'm like, wow, I'm almost done. It's like, nope, there's a whole nother cluster. That's okay though. So the way that I'm hoping to attach the tree today is with some UV resin and some Avis clay epoxy sculpt to a stone. That I want it to be a special stone, but not too special of a stone because I'm going to be literally gluing stuff to it. And so it's just something to kind of keep in mind. I mean, I'm not defacing a rock or anything, but I just want to make sure that I didn't have anything else in mind for that rock. Just shaping that down. Maybe French chef kiss is the French way. French chef kiss. Maybe. According to the forecast, your possibility of scattered tea storms isn't until tomorrow evening around 8, unless something changes. Ooh-wee! Then we might be able to enjoy the tent tonight. Because, man, yesterday was so nice. We didn't see any shooting stars or anything, but the Big Dipper was like straight up above us. And we got some really cool satellite spotting in. I can always trim off more of the roots later, too. Okay. So there's our little root structure. And there's our little branches. There we go. Ooh, look at you, tree, looking so good. All right, and then I'm gonna turn my glove back out. There we go. And then I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm like this. Wow, and that used really not a whole lot of the tiger's eye. Like we still have quite a bit of tiger's eye there. I should do in rose quartz next. That looked really cool. I wonder if I have any clusters of rose quartz anywhere. I gotta go grab a rock. Ooh, now this is a perfectly good rock. Woo. No, not this rock. Okay, on to the porch. Oh, now that is a cool rock. Yeah, I'm using this one. Oh, maybe. Let's see. Oh, what? I didn't even remember that. I'm just going to bring that in to show everybody. No, I can't use that. What about this one? Oh, that's a pretty good rock. Yeah, that'll be the one I use. Okay, so I found a couple of pretty cool rocks. We have the one that I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with. The one that I thought was like super freaking cool. Look at that rock. And then this one that I don't remember Randy do. I didn't do this, but Randy must have carved our initials into a rock. Oh, that makes me so happy. Let me go show. Hey, Randy, did you do this?
Yes.
When did you do this?
Years ago.
Well, I just noticed. You did a very good job.
Oh, I think.
Can I give you a kiss? I love it.
No.
Why can't I kiss you? Cause why?
Yeah.
No. Mwah. I stole a kiss anyways. He said, get out of here. Okay, so we're going to be attaching it with, I don't know if the UV resin's going to stick, actually. Well, that's why we experiment to see. Ooh. Oh, bother. It's dripping all over the floor. Probably. No, it's good. It is a little messy. Okay. Woo. All right. So my hope is that we'd be able to, gosh, this one is super cool though. Isn't that neat? It's got a little like dimple down into it. That's very, very cool. I like that rock a bunch. Second rock is too special. Save it for something else. I agree. I'll use this for a tree that's like, whereas I think this one, this nice wedge of like sandstone. What a dirty rock. It'll be perfect to mount our little tree on. And so I'm going to set these things off to the side. I'm going to take this just into the, there we go. And then I'm just going to roll this up before I get it any dirtier. And so yeah, I was thinking put a tree on it, but also make the little hole like a small cave with something inside it. Yes! Rooty. Okay, so I want to, I think, position it this way. I can feel the grit in my teeth. It's okay. Let me go grab my Avis clay. If I knew where it were. I'm looking for, huh? Yes, my Avis clay. They're 2 little bottles about this big, a part A and a part B. Not in there. Oh. Well, heck, I don't know if I have any. Well, hey, baby, how's it going? Do you see any Avis clay? Maybe it's over here. And this is where I have to be very diligent in not being frustrated with myself. Because, oh, here they are. They're bigger than I thought they were. It's because sometimes I'll remember, oh, it's this shape packaging. And it's like, no, that was from like 5 or 6 years ago. So I got to not just jump immediately to being a little frustrated with myself that I can't find. It's like the whole point of having all of these craft materials is so that they're here at my fingertips and I can use them at a moment's notice. And it's like, if I have to waste any time looking for them, I start to get agitated. Alien rock, very cool. That rock with the hole, yes. Then Rudy can have a little animal friend. Oh, but yeah, so this is epoxy sculpt. It looks jank. It's still good, I promise. I hope. I don't know, it was good last time I used it. And there's just a little left, but a little goes a long way. Yep. Okay. Let me put this where this goes. And I want to use my round nose pliers to go ahead and any little odd bits of wire that are not playing well, I'm going to go ahead and tuck those around and in just as best I can to make sure that they're on the bottom side, because I'm going to try to make the growth pattern look like there's, and so I'm just going like and then and then and then and then. So do you see the difference between, like, we've sculpted it a little, no sculpting? So let's do this one next. I mean, it gives it so much life, I think. This part's always like, very exciting, I think. Hey, Randy, do you think here momentarily you could hold the camera for me while I use UV resin out on the porch? Okay. Thank you. It'll go by a whole lot faster if I'm not messing around with a tripod. I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then just the more you practice, the more you'll get a feel for, ooh, what if I do this? Oh, what if I do that? Oh no. Or it's you'll get the hang of it. But just keep in mind, this project doesn't need to be perfect. It is not, even if it is the last thing I make, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be anything other than what it is. What I need to be doing is enjoying myself. And I am. And the mission accomplished. From here, I just got to make it look roughly tree shaped and get it to stick to the rock. Because nobody who sees it's going to know whether or not it came out the way I had intended. I don't even know if it came out the way that I had intended. Okay. And so from here, we've done all that sculpting, but I am now going to take and kind of press. Actually, I don't even think I'm going to have Randy come out with me, because I'm going to do this first bit in here and then I'm going to run out onto the porch. I'm using 26 gauge wire. Oh, that tip though. It's still got flow, so we'll use it. I'm just going to try going over the tips. Oh, this is runnier than I thought. Out. Running. Let's go. Into the sunlight. Oh God, it's afternoon. The sun's not where I thought it would be. Curse you. Oh, and my gate's wide open. Okay, so it seems to be working. I lost the lid though. What was the thing that... Okay. So you can see here we had a little bit of dripping, but that's all right. And so this UV resin, I just want to get the tips to like touch. Yeah. And I'm not worried about it looking like particularly great right now. Because we're going to be sculpting over it to make it like bushy greenery with the epoxy sculpt. So I'm going to go right back out into the sunlight before this drips again. Okay, so I can't get to my UV lamp, but I have to go all the way down to the sidewalk to get the UV resin to be in direct sunlight. So I think I'm going to be finishing this stage. It's probably going to be raining tomorrow or something. Yeah, UV hand light, that'd be amazing. But I want to get all the tips kind of like bent and stuff. I like how there's that space underneath the roots, but I kind of want to just anywhere that the UV resin runs to, I'd like to be able to sculpt a little like bushy spot of like maybe make some little, I don't know, we'll see what we can do. But let's see how well that fits too. That's pretty well. I'm not gonna push it to its limit right now, but I'm pretty confident that that's better than nothing. So yeah, oh, I had used a 26 gauge hop, or a walk in the rain. But yeah, so we'll get that shaped around. And so in and you can see already that's not completely set up yet. But in areas where the wire's not touching enough, I like to overbend it kind of towards the stone just to get the, I mean, if the wire can be applying its own pressure towards the stone, I think that's ideal, because then it's gonna want to be sitting on it. Okay, there we go. Well, y'all, if there's anything that I get done on this tree, oh, I got sticky finger now. I'll get video of it. We'll post it to TikTok or something. But I'm just kind of shaping them around. This is reminding me so much of one of the trees on Inspiration Point out at Sequoia State Park, which is where we're having this year's camp along, which is essentially a free event. We're just camping at the Sequoia State Park in Oklahoma, and anybody who wants to come and hang out and camp and participate in the potluck at 4 p.m. on Saturday at our campsite is invited to book a camping spot or a motel room in that same town, or they've got like motel, like lodge rooms there on the campground, as well as cabins for rent. And it's just I want to go camping and hang out with y'all. If you want to come and hang out, you're invited. But there's no like tickets or anything like that. You just book with the campground, and it's just like going on a camping trip, but we're there. So, ooh, little tiny nest beads. Oh, that'd be so cute. That'd be super cute. But yeah, so it's we'll get these glued on there. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Oh, but I'm not going to. This is a very dirty stone. I'm not going to make y'all sit in here and listen to the mic cutting in and out. Making a swing for the tree. Oh, that'd be cool. A little branch hanging down. I like that idea. We'll see. You'll have to see how it comes out in Monday's live stream. And then we will also be doing, like Monday morning, we're having the shop update video, the shop update and giveaway. So be sure to check that out and leave your name in the comments, because this is what we're going to be giving away in its final form, however that is what we're giving away next week in the shop update. I think. I haven't asked Randy if that's all right, but hey, baby, is it all right if we give this away next week in the shop update? I don't know what else to give away. We could do a dragon eye. I don't know. I kind of want to give this away. Everybody who comes and hangs out, I appreciate them so much. I want somebody to get to take this home. And they're going to be our guinea pig on how well they ship. So, does that sound good? Okay. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, let us know. You can always email us at backtoearthcreations@yahoo.com with any questions and stuff that you have. And thank you so much for hanging out with me in today's video. Thank you. Longevity says that came out so cool. I'm really digging it. I need to get, the other tips glued down and then add in a little bit of, the epoxy sculpt and get it to be, a little more finished. I don't want it to just look like it's leaking goo out of its roots. Though, I don't know if I learned anything in regards to what we're going to be doing for the fiber optic tree, but I knocked some rust off of something. So we're going to try that fiber optic tree on Monday. So I actually think I am going to go ahead and finish this and show y'all the finished result on Monday. So I think it's going to look really cool once we do the sculpting in the branches too. But I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us here today. I'm going to go make some cornbread. But first, we must raid someone. Let me see if we can. Oh, that'll be cool. Let's go watch Simply Glass doing some lampwork glass. So I'm going to click that and we will go over. Oh, did he just stop streaming? Okay. Well, we'll get that figured out another time. We will see y'all in our next live stream or in Monday's shop update and then Monday evening, 3 or afternoon, 3 to 6. Why are words so hard? 3 to 6, streaming on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday next. No, what is next week? We are only streaming on Monday and Tuesday next week. And then we're going to be in Tennessee again. So we will see y'all then. And until then, thank you for being here and happy crafting. Mwah. I can't kiss it too much because I've got sticky finger. Mwah. Bye, guys. Do, 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 do. How do I click?